ready to run through a wall.
We're going to run some clock, or maybe some attack.
This team is destined. The Eagles complete the second half comeback. I can't believe it. That was the most ballsy, insane win I think I've ever seen. Jordan Davis, a blocked field goal. I never thought we'd ever see any sort of legitimate production from Jordan Davis, and he's been one of your best defensive stars this entire season. Oh, I words can't describe how excited I am right now. The offense in the second half was lights out. It took them about 2.5 quarters to figure out how to throw a football, but they did it, and they executed it perfectly. Perfectly. Oh, my God. I can't believe it, folks. I cannot believe this. Welcome on in, everybody, to Broad Street Sports, your home for the best voice sports talk every single day and unfiltered. Of course, we'll take your guys' phone call. If you guys want to call in, of course, 215-839-8246. But words can't describe it, man. You know, I think everybody feels the same way. This team looked absolutely lifeless. In the entire first half. They looked lifeless. Then they came in the second half, and they showed that they do know how to win. You know, we were waiting 2.5, the 2 games and then half the game today to see them play football the way that we know that they could play football. And they did it. They executed it perfectly. They did a great job, and I'm proud, man. I'm proud. By all means, there is still a lot to clean up. And by all means, I still don't have trust in Kevin Patullo. I don't care that we came back and we won, whatever the case is, right? I don't care. It's great. Again, wins are great, but a win like this, not sustainable. Not sustainable in the slightest. And let's remember, this game could have been a blowout, a complete blowout, if the Eagles' defense didn't hold the Rams to all those field goals. Remember, the Rams were charging down the field consistently. And the Eagles' defense was holding them down and forcing field goals. I'm telling you like it is. Holding field goals, great. So it could have been a complete, utter blowout. Defense kept you in that football game, man. I'm excited. Oh, dude, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. So, of course, you guys want to call in 215-839-8246. You guys can leave a comment here on YouTube. But make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Let's read a comment here from Highlight Hitter. Go Birds. What a gritty win for this Eagles team. Massive comeback. It took us 4 years, but Jordan Davis has finally arrived. Yeah, Jordan Davis has absolutely finally arrived. It's great to see. Oh, man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I don't know. I have so many mixed emotions when it comes to this football game because, yeah, I'm happy that we won. Yeah, it was a great come-from-behind win. Jordan Davis showing up. The pass game in the second half was amazing, right? But what I can't do, I can't forget about the first half. I can't forget about the fact that this Eagles team could have gotten blown out and embarrassed because ultimately they were getting embarrassed in the first half. They were getting embarrassed in the first half. They came in second half. I don't even know. Now, here's the thing. I don't even know if it was Patullo calling those plays. So we got a caller up here now. We got a caller on hold. But I just want to say, before I take this phone call, we don't even know if it was Kevin Patullo in the second half taking calling the plays. We don't know if it was Patullo. It could have been Sirianni taking over the plays. Could have been Sirianni. I heard a little bit that maybe Jalen Hurts was calling the plays. I don't know what's going on. But let's get this guy off hold. Let's go to Alex in Nebraska. What's up, Alex?
Yo, Broad, what's up?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, what a win. And, a win is a win, but I don't want to say that was an ugly win because we played amazing second half, but that first half killed us. It killed us.
It did. It did. And like I said before you called in, we could have gotten blown out, man. We could. I mean, it was at the point. I mean, it was what 26-7, or that was that 19, right? 19-7. But you saw that and you were like, hey, you know what? This Eagles team, they had no life. There was no life offensively. I had absolutely no hope they would have came back.
Yeah, and it's every year we got this problem. Even last year with Kellen Moore. It took Kellen Moore 4 games to figure out how to run our offense. It took Kevin Patullo the 2.5 games to figure out how to run our offense. And I'm not saying he figured it out yet. We got to see how we are next game, next week. But, if we play like that the second half, next game, then, I'm pretty confident. But I'm still worried right now.
Oh, absolutely. I'm worried too. I mean, I don't know why it was so difficult for them to figure out that they have to throw the football. I have no why. You have to throw the football.
I think he doesn't have faith in Jalen. I really don't. Because why else would you be doing that? I don't think Patullo has faith in Jalen.
Well, I mean, Jalen showed that he could throw the football this afternoon. In that second half, I thought he did a pretty good job throwing the football. And he's proven, I mean, we can say whatever we want about Jalen. I still don't think he's a perfect passer, right? I don't think he's perfect. But I definitely will say, hey, I would definitely say that Jalen has showed consistently that he can throw the football, especially this afternoon.
I think that I don't think Kevin Patullo was calling the plays the second half because it was a completely different vibe.
Yeah,
it was a different team that second half. It was a different team.
It was a completely different swagger. Yeah,
we had 4 or 5 straight 3-and-outs, and we gave up 26 points, but I'm not blaming that on the defense. It's hard when your offense is consistently going 3-and-out. As soon as you sit down, you got to go back on the field.
Right.
So, I mean, it was tough on our defense.
Your offense is going 3-and-out. They're punting the football. Your defense is tired. But I know the defense gave up 26 points, but I thought the defense did a great job because let's not forget the defense went out there and they gave up some points, but it could have been a complete blowout if they didn't. I mean, let's think about how many times the Rams were charging down the field and scoring position. They're deep in our territory. And we hold them to a field goal. We blocked the field goal as well. He blocked the field goal, right? Like there was so many things his defense did to stop them from really blowing the game wide open. But this game could have been a complete blowout by the Rams. The offense had no mojo, no ability to score. And your defense could have really pissed themselves. But I thought they did a great job holding them to field goals because Stafford was picking them apart and Kyren Williams was all over the field.
Yeah. You know who I thought played really well at the second half?
Who?
What's his name? Bennett?
Yeah.
I don't even know his first name, but whoever our Bennett guy is, right. Defensive back. I thought he had a good game. I thought he played well.
Yeah, I thought the entire defense as a whole played well. I'm really happy with what I saw out of Jordan Davis. That was great. Yeah. So, Alex, you got anything else for me, brother?
No, that's it. Just focus on next week. This week's done. Just carry the momentum into next week.
Yeah. God, I hope. Oh, I hope. Thank you for the phone call, Alex. Thanks for the phone call, Alex. I greatly appreciate it. Of course, you guys want to call into the show, 215-839-8246. That's the number to get in. We could talk this game. We could talk whatever we want. It's great we won the football game. Let's not get it wrong. Let's not get it twisted. A lot to fix, a lot to work on, especially offensively. Let's go to Herb. What's up, Herb?
Hey, Ryan, we got that W, bro.
Yo, Herb, I was on the edge of my seat the whole night, bro.
Yeah, I know. The first half, I was like in shock, man.
No, dude,
they looked shocked.
Herb, they looked so lifeless, man. They looked so lifeless in the first half.
Yeah, I hear you. They couldn't run the ball. They had again 5 men in the box, and they had the linebackers. The linebackers looked like they were moving around, and they couldn't run the ball. They couldn't do nothing. some of the play selection I didn't really like in the first half, and you know, I thought they needed to get the tight end more into the game. The screen passes they were doing, they should have had a screen right away. Just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A quick, you know, wide receiver screen, wide receiver, and quick pass right to the line of scrimmage. But they played pretty hard, the Rams.
They did.
Luckily, we got out of there. That's the thing. We got out of that, you know, the field goals that we didn't, you know, we gave them right when the second half started. He fumbled the ball or got sacked.
Yeah, right.
Remember that play?
Yeah.
And then they scored right away. I had to go do something. I come back in and I see it's 26. And that was it.
The momentum.
They didn't score anything after that. That was it.
Yeah.
You know?
I just thought, now here's the thing. And I was saying this, and then the caller before you was saying this as well. I don't know if it was Patullo that was calling the plays in that second half, man. I don't know. It just seemed like an entirely different, like, dynamic, different confidence.
Offense, yeah.
Because our head coach,
my buddy Ted Smith.
our head coach,
it
he's
could
the one
have.
that said, "Hey, listen, here's the way it's got to work." Okay, we knew what he was doing in the first half, and then they changed. Okay, and that's who took over. That offensive coordinator is no different than last year. He's been there 4 years. He knows Hurts. He knows what he's capable of and not capable of.
Yep.
And then they changed it in the second half. Fangio won us the game. Our defense coordinator. He won the game for us.
Oh, I agree.
They changed with that Fred Johnson. He looked like he was playing better.
Yeah,
they got a few holes, and Barkley was able to run a few plays, but you know they.
Ask him about. I like this guy. Ask about Keon Mitchell. What he thinks. Yo, Q's not that good. Keon Mitchell better wake up. Stop smelling himself.
I think, in all honesty, I think Quinyon last year had a great year, but I think now teams are starting to get used to Quinyon, the way he plays a little bit. I don't think he's bad by any means, but I think he definitely has to step up and play better, especially because you're getting.
What I think is he needs to learn from Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner had a great rookie year, and then he sucked.
Yeah. Well,
you can't smell yourself, and you can't wear all your necklaces. You have to learn because they catch up to you in this league.
Yeah. Well, I just don't
Especially
know
when you come from Cincinnati or wherever. You know what I mean? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I just don't think that I don't think that he's like a number one cornerback. I don't think that he has enough experience to be the number one, which is why I was so angry when they let Slay go and then they let Isaiah Rodgers go.
No, I think Slay sucks.
No,
I think Slay sucks.
No, but
I think it was a good move to get him. He used to blame everybody. He used to let everybody go to a Tampa 2, let the safeties take the brunt of when there was a mismatch. And he would say, oh, he didn't get by me. Yeah, he did. We saw it. You let him go. You know, Blankenship can only, cover so much. And Cooper DeJean, I love him as much as I love him, but keep him in the slot, But I don't need to hear that shit, man. Like, Slay sucks. He sucks just like the one that everybody loved from New Orleans that we had that we thought was our great safety.
Gardner Johnson?
No. The one that was here like 4 years ago, our safety.
Jenkins? Malcolm Jenkins?
Malcolm Jenkins.
Yeah, Malcolm Jenkins.
He blamed everybody. And that's what Slay does. But I'm just saying, and just look at Sauce Gardner and look at Keon. He needs to learn that your sophomore year is real.
Yeah.
They got video on you, man.
They do, man.
They do.
I think the cornerback play needs to be significantly better from everybody.
Yeah.
I just don't think that right now. I don't think Quinyon's supposed to be the guy that we're attacking.
Ever since the draft, I said, that I was worried all summer the secondary is going to take a hit.
Right.
If they don't come up and play bump and run, I don't mind, you coming up and the guy puts a move on you and takes you 30 yards down the field. But if you're covering him, you got to turn around and look for the ball and try to either bat it down or intercept it.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Yeah.
That's the way I teach. The way I watch kids and I teach kids. Like
Yeah,
this
somebody
week,
like Cooper
this
DeJean.
week I might go up to your sinus college. I might
You're
go up
coaching
there
football up there,
and watch
Herb?
these kids play. My buddy's a coach,
We ain't talking about
D
Steve
coach
Down
up there.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
all right.
you know, but anyway, the secondary's got to get better,
Bottom line,
You know,
win, right?
but it was bottom line, they came back and, you know,
We got our asses kicked in the beginning.
Yeah.
We brought a penalty to a gunfight.
Teddy's fired up. Teddy's fired up.
And then we woke up and realized these guys were here for real. And Vic Fangio realized nothing. I mean, I love Stafford. He didn't fool Stafford. He fooled the offensive coordinator over there.
Yeah.
And he knew what to take away. That's how we won this game. Listen, I am not. I love John Hurts for his heart, but I'm not. I know his talents are very limited. But guess what? He showed me a lot today.
Yeah.
He showed me a lot,
I think the defense.
and I got to give it to him.
The defense showed everybody a lot. But Herb, thanks for the phone call, man. I hope to talk to you soon.
Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you,
got
Herb.
it.
Herb from the Northeast. Thanks for the call, Herb. You guys want to call into the show, 215-839-8246. That's the number to get in. I think everybody has the same message. You know, the offense has to be significantly better, and I think the way they played in the second half was good. It's just you got to be able to do that from the first drive, from the first drive to your final snap of the game. First drive of the game to the final snap of the game. You got to be the balls to the wall, the way that they played in the second half, throwing the football to AJ, throwing the football to Devontae, Goddard getting some action, right? Saquon Barkley wasn't getting nothing great throughout the entire game. But it's just, I don't know why it's so hard for them to see what they got to do. But we got somebody on the line here. Let's go to Vince in New Jersey. What up, Vince?
What a win. Wow.
Yeah.
What a win.
Great win, bro. Great win.
You know, talking at halftime, this is a completely different feeling from where we were just talking about a couple hours ago. Like, what a win. And I just can't believe the progression that Jordan Davis has had. You know, they've been talking about how good he is once he starts losing this weight, and we've finally seen it. You know, today he put on a show. He had a touchdown, 2 blocked field goals, you know, got some pressures, got huge tackle and 4th down, you know.
Right.
A lot of good things from him today.
No, I think he's been absolutely great, and I think you know, he's been one of the guys that like this entire season he's been right there. You know, he's finally lost the weight. He's finally looks in shape. He's finally being the difference maker that we've been told that he was going to be, and here we are. And he came up big twice today. That first field goal, I think he was a part of that too, right? He blocked that field goal, or at least he was there with
Carter.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's just absolutely great what we got out of him. Jalen Carter was great too. I wouldn't say great, but it's on the field goal. I'm talking about in the field goals. But I think the way that you won this football game is from your defense, man. I know the offense gave you some points in the second half. I know they quote unquote won you the game, right? But I think that what the defense's effort cannot go unnoticed, because throughout the entire first half, the Rams were charging down the field. They were in position to score, you know, and I think the defense put some pressure on Stafford to make him throw it into coverage. You had that, you know, and they ultimately were forcing field goals, which is great to see. They were forcing the field goals. I mean, I was saying this way early before you called in. Like, if the Eagles defense didn't if they didn't hold them to a field goal, this could have been a complete blowout, and the offense would have no shot to come back. So I think the real game ball of this game goes to the defense and not the offense, even though the offense looked way different in the second half.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think, on every aspect of the game there was ups and downs. Talking from offense, the first half was terrible, but the second half was phenomenal. And then defense, we allowed a lot of rushing yards, especially in that first half. And we didn't get a lot of pressure on Stafford, contrary to what you just said. I don't think we got a lot of pressure on him, which is why, Quinyon and other players, Jacorian Bennett, had to be savvy in coverage. And then for special teams, we had a lot of dropped kick returns, but those 2 great field goal blocks. So I think a lot of ups and downs, a lot of coachable things, a lot of undisciplined, still from Jalen Carter. But
Yeah.
defense definitely deserves my game ball. Holding them to those field goals and putting them in position to make long field goals or just like not be able to score in general is just huge for this team. Great for, the offense too. That brings up a lot of morale, brings up a lot of fire. So
Yeah.
great job by the defense too.
No, I really 100% agree. Now, here's something I don't think I've touched on all night. Tank Bigsby, right? With the kick returns, he can't catch a simple ball. Can't catch a ball because he can't do it. What do you think about that? Can't catch a ball.
So I actually don't think Tank Bigsby had the ball a lot of the time on the kick returns. I'm pretty sure it was John Mechie a lot of the time.
Well, I'm just saying that from the broadcaster. I was listening to Joe Davis, and he said, "Oh, here we go, another one by Bigsby," and then you got Greg Olsen with him. Yeah, that's another one. So I'm just going off of. That's who I believe is back there. But
regardless of who it was, whether it was Mechie or Bigsby, we traded picks for both of those players. So, we gave up compensation for 2 of those guys who aren't making an impact on offense. They're offensive players. They're both backups to the starters. And they should be catching kick returns. That's what we brought them in for. That's why we have Covey on the practice squad. We don't have a returner. We don't have a threat at returner. So it is really important that, we coach these guys into catching these balls. And it's important that we get them the chance to catch the balls and make plays on the ball because ultimately, their playmaking ability is why we brought them over here.
Right. No, I 100% agree. No, but it was just a crazy game, a great game to watch, especially not in the first half. But like I was just talking to the guy on the phone before you, Herb, and we were saying, they and Alex, before Herb as well, this team's got a lot to clean up, man. They got a lot to clean up. I don't care. I do care, but I don't care that they came back, right? It is what I don't really care. You wouldn't have to come back as much as you did and try as hard as you did if you didn't get pantsed and piss yourself the entire first half. So that's where I'm at. I'm very happy with the win. I'm very happy with Jordan Davis and especially this defense. But yeah, Vince, you got anything else for me, man?
Yeah, I just want to make some comments on the last caller, Herb.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he was talking about Quinyon not being great, and he was talking about how.
Well, I think it was. Hold on. It was Herb's friend. Not sure what Herb's friend's name is, but at that point with Quinyon, it was Herb's friend. But go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, he was saying how Quinyon sucked and how Sauce Gardner sucked, and especially in their second years, which I strongly disagree with. I thought Quinyon has played very well through the last 3 weeks, and everyone wants him to be a traveling corner. Everyone wants him to play against the top guy, which that's just not who Quinyon is. If you look at a guy like Derek Stingley, who just got paid the highest amount of cornerback money, he stayed on one side his entire career in the NFL so far. And he's been excellent. And Sauce Gardner has been excellent too. It's the guys that don't get targeted who are the best corners. And Quinyon is that guy. He did allow a touchdown last week. Everyone is going to blame him for that Devontae Adams touchdown, but it's zone coverage. People got to realize it's the coverage scheme. It's not on Quinyon. It's on Reed Blankenship. And honestly, we're not creating that much pass rush. We don't have edge rushers that can create pass rush. Our interior defensive line, Jordan Davis, is meant to stop the run. He's not a pass rusher. So people got to understand that, not only is it on the corner's job, but Matt Stafford has all day in the pocket. So we have to get pressure on him, which is why Fangio likes to blitz and call up blitzes. That's what he did against Patrick Mahomes, which is why the defense played very well in that game. So I wouldn't go out and say Quinyon Mitchell is having a down year. I'm just saying that you know, he's our number one guy. We don't have another guy like Slay, who's also a lockdown corner. So, you know, it's a lot more on Quinyon, and I think he's really holding up to, you know, that cornerback one status, contrary to what others are saying. But I do have to say that. And Sauce is still top 2 in the league, so don't discredit him.
No, I was just saying, you know, I didn't fully agree with Herb's friend. I was just saying, you know, we're not seeing the same Quinyon that was last year. But I mean, I do agree with you. I don't think he's having a bad year. I think he's having a good year, but I just don't know if it's exactly what we saw last year. But I'm not going to completely attack him or say whatever off of, you know, 3 games and a game that, I mean, today we really should not have won. You know what I mean?
Well, you also have to look at the matchup, too. We're versing 2 of the top 15 receivers in the NFL and the top 5 quarterback in the NFL. So, you know, you got to put that into play, too.
Yeah.
And we played Patrick Mahomes, who's the best quarterback, you know, in our last decade. So
no, I do agree. But Vince, thank you for the phone call. Another great phone call from Vince. Yeah, like he said to start his phone call, you know, he called into my halftime show and was like, hey, you know, this ain't good. We're getting crushed. Well, it's different mentality, different energy, different feelings now in the post-game show. Yeah, I just, again, and I'll say this in all honesty, man, I really don't trust Kevin Patullo. There's not a bone in my body that trusts Kevin Patullo. I can't trust him. I can't trust them. Are people going to be turned back on to Kevin Patullo just because we had one good half of football? Is that what we're going to do? We're going to be turned back on to somebody because we're able to throw a couple touchdown passes. We're able to throw a little bit. Is that what we're going to do? I don't think so. Not a bone in my body that trusts Kevin Patullo. I don't even think Kevin Patullo is the one that was calling the plays in the second half. It looked like a completely different offense, completely different swagger. I don't know if it was Sirianni that was calling the plays. I heard somebody saying on Twitter that Jalen Hurts was calling the plays. I don't know. But what I'm telling you, there's not a bone in my body that trusts Kevin Patullo. I don't believe he knows what he's doing. And like Herb said a couple calls ago, Herb was saying, you know, he was there with Kellen Moore. You know, he's been around Jalen as long as Jalen's been here, right? You should know Jalen. You should know Nick. You should know AJ. You should know how to run this offense. You should know what to do with this offense. And the fact that he is yet to be able to figure out what to do, how to do it, and how to run it successfully and constantly and consistently, something's not right. I don't care that it's only the third game. The fact that you are unable in the second half, or excuse me, unable throughout the entire game to consistently pass the football, call up good play. I mean, when he would try and when he would try and call plays in the first half, you know, pass plays, the pass plays were stupid. They're so stupid. They made no sense. The concept. I remember one play in the first quarter. Jalen rolls to his left, and he throws a ball. It was like a bootleg type play. And the concept was literally Jahan Dotson, and then 3 yards behind him was Devontae Smith. Guess what happened on that ball? Drop pass to Dotson, right? So he throws the ball to Jahan Dotson, but right behind him's Devontae. So all I'm saying is that the first half and throughout this game, it was just bad concept, bad route designs, bad play calls, bad execution. We tried to continuously run the football with Saquon, and Saquon just gave us ugats, right? You know, he was getting stuffed. Saquon, they knew they were going to try and run the ball consistently with Saquon. And they saw that whatever Spagnuolo did last week with the Chiefs worked against Saquon. So they were trying to do it again. And they did. And it worked. It worked, man. It did work. But yeah, so today's show and every show here on Broad Street Sports is brought to you by our 4 proudly amazing sponsors. Wagner Luxury Limo Service. Stake them up in South Philly, 11th and Shunk. Scola Perfect Scoop. Ice Cream Parlor, 2020 Penrose Avenue, South Philly. And Cafe Merlino, 6 Shoppers Lane, Turnersville, New Jersey. Those are our sponsors for tonight. Go check them out. Link is in the description to all of their websites. The best in the business. They are proud sponsors of Broad Street Sports. Today's show and every show on Broad Street Sports is brought to you by Wagner Luxury Limo Service. Stake them up in South Philly. Scola's Perfect Scoop in South Philly. And Cafe Merlino in Turnersville, New Jersey. But yeah, I think that this is, this is a game they should not have won. It was great that they did win. Happy that they won. Not perfect, though. Trust me, guys. They got a lot to work on still. A lot to work on still. Jordan Davis, of course, with that big field goal block. Absolutely wonderful to see. Absolutely wonderful to see. But yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in to the Broad Street Sports Eagles post-game show. Make sure you guys, please hit that like button and subscribe. Hit the like button, subscribe, send this to people you know. It really helps me out with the algorithm. It puts this video and this show on everybody's feeds, man. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys all for tuning in to the Broad Street Sports Eagles post-game show. I hope to see you tomorrow. Maybe you'll see me tonight after the Phillies. Well, right now they're losing. Let me just check on that right now. Last time I looked, the Phillies were losing 6-0. So maybe you will see me after the Phillies game. Yeah, Phillies are losing 6-0 in the bottom of the third. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to the Broad Street Sports Eagles post-game show. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. I will see you all very, very soon. Have a good one. Harper has been absolutely insane. I'm ready to run through a wall.
We're going to run some clock, or maybe some.
This team is destined